So you just got engaged, and now you're looking around at planning your wedding. We understand what it's like. Stick around for today's video because I'm going to speak to you about DJ pricing. First, welcome in and congratulations. It's one of those milestone moments that you've been waiting for your entire life. Finding the person that you're going to spend the rest of your life with, hopefully, and getting engaged. Before we get into it, welcome. My name is DJ Yoshi. I'm from New York, and I'm a sports and touring DJ that's been doing this for right around 30 years. Yeah, 30 years. Been rocking since I was 13 years old. Today's video is geared towards you. I normally put videos together for DJs, helping them build their businesses, learn how to mix better, what goes, what doesn't go, what to do at an event, what not to do, and gig logs. Today is all about you. You've just recently been engaged, and you're looking around at your vendors, from your photographers to your cinematographers, your florists, your day of event planning, and of course, your photo booth and DJs. These days, a lot of companies will offer it all together. Why not, right? You can have a single point of contact handle everything for you, and that's great. Now, the pitfall of that, let's say you have an event planner. That event planner will have their set of contacts, and you may not like or vibe who they have contacts with. When it comes to choosing DJs, it is a taxing job. When I was going through it, I already knew who my vendors were going to be. But by the time we met with the venue, and our first venue reneged on our deal, that's right, we had a verbal agreement. They called and say, oh, well, we decided to book somebody else. Cool. That was added stress. And I'm not trying to add stress to you two. I am trying to make this process as easy as possible. Here's a few things when you're picking your DJ. Number one, define your budget. A lot of you go out to these bridal expo shows and you have all the bells and whistles that are out there, from dancing in the clouds to cold sparks to fireworks. Yeah, those are all possible. Define your budget. If you want your DJ to handle lighting, handle ceremony, handle your cocktail hour, handle the reception, you're looking to start at about $1,500 to $2,000. I know, it sounds expensive. You think that it's an 8-hour day, a 6-hour day. My reception is only 5 hours. I have cocktail hour and I have the reception. For us, it's not. We meet with the brides and grooms. 2 to 4 hours. Then it's searching for music. It's paying for the music. It's prepping everything, working with your venue and your event planners and your day of planning to make sure that everything runs as smoothly as possible. That's another hour to 2 hours. So right there, before we even get to event day, we're about 6 to 8 hours into pre-planning and production. Sometimes even more. There was one bride, I did about 30 hours of planning. It was worth it. It was a dope wedding. On top of that, when we're picking and choosing what gear to bring, we don't just have one setup and say, this is the setup that we're going to bring. This is what we're going to pack. We cater what we pack based off of your needs, the venue, and the dimensions, and your guest count. One speaker doesn't fit all. It really doesn't. Some have wide throw, some have narrow throw. Okay, so we're about 8 hours, maybe 9 hours of event planning prior to your day of. Your day of, let's just say you decide to get married and your ceremony is at 3 o'clock, you do pictures at 4, your cocktail hour starts at 5, your reception is from 6 to 10. Do you want to know what time we're getting up and we're getting ready? 9 a.m. 9 a.m. for that day. We are up, we are getting ready, we're going through our final pack list, and we're loading the vans, and depending on what you choose, our team will always be at least 2 people. Sometimes 3, sometimes 4, sometimes 5 or 6. So our pricing that we're giving you is inclusive of all that. Yeah, we get up at 9 a.m., sometimes earlier. Depends on when we can set up your room. Depends on how elegant and how intricate your details are. Depends on the type of setup that you chose from us, the package that you want. If you want to see what our packages look like, I have a link below. And I'm giving you general pricing terms. I'm not giving you my pricing terms. The industry average is $1,500 to $2,000. That's the industry average. That's where you just start at. So forget trying to find a DJ for $500. If you find someone that is that cheap and that willing to do your event, walk away. We call those outliers. The outliers are the folks who will promise you the world and do it at that cost, and they just may not be as seasoned as someone else. They may not have the same offerings as someone else. They may not have the same team as someone else. I've even been to venues and weddings where I've seen the DJ screw up. Cringe. Okay, so we have event day. Wake up at 9 o'clock, we start pre-gaming, we start pre-packing. If there is a 3 p.m. wedding, we're on site at least by 12:30, 1 o'clock. 30 minutes to 90 minutes is our transportation. Takes about 30 minutes to 60 minutes to load each of the vans. Before we even get on site at 1 o'clock to set up for your 3 o'clock wedding, it's already been a 3-hour day for us. So now we're at 11 hours. Then we set up your event. We set up your wedding. We set up your ceremony, your cocktail hour, your reception, everything. Now, I said we get on site at 1 o'clock, and that's already 11 hours worth of work. Add 2 hours to that for setup, 13 hours worth of work. Your ceremony starts at 3 o'clock, but we're not getting out of there striking until 10. That's 7 hours worth of work. So now we're at 20 hours worth of work for the DJ, the MC, a roadie, maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe 5. By the time your event ends, we're 20 hours in. Hour and a half to break down, hour, maybe more, as our commute back. It's 22 hours. Then the unload time, 22 and a half to 23 hours worth of total work for your single day. That's why we charge the money that we do. That's why I'll say no to the couples that come to us and ask us, hey, can you give this as a discount? That's why I offer packages. I offer the basic package that you'll get me, you'll get one of our other DJs, and an MC. And that's it. That's the entry level of where you should be starting at, and that's around that $1,500 to $1,995 mark. So when you're budgeting for your wedding, take that into consideration. The time that we spend away from our family, the time that we spend away from our spouses, the time that we spend away from our kids, the time that we take to make your day as memorable for you, because it's memorable for us too. The fact that I get to be a part of the biggest day of a couple's life to that point, I don't take that lightly. Do you want to know what most people will remember about your wedding? Number 1, was the food good? Number 2, was the music good? Did we have fun? Did we have fun dancing with our friends? Did we have fun reconnecting with everybody? That's what people will remember. They're not going to look at the flowers and, hey, my wife and I, we spent a crap ton of money on flowers. But they're not going to look at the floral arrangements and say, she only has 5 roses there. The time that it takes to produce a single event, we put 20 to 23 hours into an event when it's a wedding, when it's your wedding. So when it comes time to budgeting and saying, this is how much we are going to take care of the DJ with, think about that. If you have a seasoned DJ group, if you have a seasoned entertainment group, they make everything for you so much easier. We'll even introduce brides and grooms and couples to day of event planners. We'll introduce them to other vendors. Sometimes we'll even just do the work ourselves. I like to ask what the venue is and how they run their show. I'll speak with the captain of your night, and I'll suggest this is our run of show because this is what's going to make it better. Your DJs have seen it all. They've done it all. Hopefully. So when it comes time for compensation, take care of them. And at the end of the night, when it comes to the tip, that's up to you. I've gotten a tip as low as $0. I've gotten a tip as high as $5,000. That is totally up to you on the level of service that was provided and how you feel that DJ and entertainment team should be compensated. I hope this video helped, and if you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up. And it doesn't even have to be about DJing. It could be about the general planning of your wedding. I like to help friends out. I planned my wedding. My wife was getting promoted at the time, so I said, honey, you take care of your promotion. I'll take care of planning the wedding. So I have wedding tip sheets to share with you, Excel sheets to make your life easy. Yeah, I said Excel. Do your seating and everything in Excel. You wanna know why? Because at the end, you could do a mail merge and just say, thank you for this gift, X. Your gift of Y was amazing. And that's how you could send out your thank you letters. More tips here for brides and grooms and of course DJs in the future. Don't forget to share this out, hit subscribe, and I'll see y'all in a future video. Peace.
DJ Yoshi.